very first episode of the Blame Game Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Richard, aka BlameARGO. I first would like to welcome you in and personally thank you for joining us in this journey. Our other co-host is our friend Dallas, or Dally and Callie, as you might know him. Hey Dallas, how are you doing?
I'm good, Argo. Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining us.
First off, let's go through the format and the premise of this podcast. The Blame Game Podcast is a roundtable discussion among friends on various topics. Each person will bring one topic or question to the table for us to talk about. This can vary from video games, pop culture, movies, TV shows, what ifs, really anything that comes to mind. In this episode, it would just be me and Dallas, but hopefully we will have guests on in the future to get a different perspective. But before we get into all that, let's give you some information about us so you can feel welcome and maybe join us one day at the table. Dallas, let's go ahead and start with you. Tell us a little bit about yourself or whatever you would like to say to the people.
Sure. The information I don't want to keep secret. All right. I'm just.
I don't know if you can tell. Hold on. I don't know if you can tell, but I tried to sound cool there, and I don't know if it pulled off. I said it.
Try to sound cool.
No, I said it, and then I retracted right away, and I'm not going to edit that out. So go
ahead. Sure. Dallas, known as Dally and Callie, amongst our friends that we like to play games with and hang out with the last couple of years. And as the name implies, I am in California, in LA. Love video games, love pop culture, all this stuff that we're going to talk about. Have an opinion about pretty much everything. Maybe not as opinionated as our friend over here, but, we'll see how that goes. But aside from that, I love sports. I love Disneyland. I love pretty much everything fun. So, yeah.
All right.
Argo, back to you, buddy. What about you? Share with the people.
Well, as I already said, my name is Richard. I do part-time stream on Twitch. I do also have a YouTube channel, mainly Animal Crossing, but we kind of vary into stream of different games over on Twitch. If you want to check that out, the link's going to be in the description. I have a newborn daughter. And obviously I love playing video games. I probably play video games way too much. I usually don't shut up. So this is why this probably a podcast is probably going to work very well for me. And we'll just go from there. So
beautiful.
So let's go ahead and get started with how we would want to start off. So typically I think after we do the introductions and stuff, we'll pick a person maybe at random, or we'll talk about it before, and then we'll just start the topic, and then we'll just see where the conversation takes us and go from there. So we'll start off with my topic first, if you're okay with that.
Absolutely.
My question, Dallas, is yes. I think everyone poses this question or gets asked this at some point in their lives, probably a million times. And I want to know, if you won the lottery, what would be the first thing you would do? And then possibly what would you do? What would be your plans long term?
Okay. You're right, Richard. I think this is a question we've all asked ourselves or wished for and hoped for. Every time I hear the Powerball total, I don't care if the Powerball total is 5 million. I'm interested.
Before, actually, let me pause. I'm sorry.
Sure.
Let me interrupt.
Go ahead.
Before we get into what ifs, how have you ever played the lottery? And if so, what's the most you've ever won?
With the lotto, with a big lotto like that, yes, I play all the
scratch
time.
off. I mean,
even with scratchers, it's lotto. I don't know. I've won maybe $50 if I'm lucky.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I have a story.
Oh
no, it's a very quick story. So a few years ago, I was, I was a semi-single man and had a roommate. We were in a Kmart, which Kmart's aren't even around anymore.
Even there,
this had to be back in 2007, I believe.
Okay.
We were in Kmart, and
your age.
That's fine. I don't even know if I bought anything. He had to pick something up. So I went to Kmart with him. And you know how they have those vending machines with the lottery tickets?
Sure. Uh-huh.
I don't like to carry cash. And I have lots of stories of this, like this. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to buy a scratch off because I never buy scratch offs. I never play the lottery. I don't even play the big games or anything. So I love to gamble though. So I've never seen the scratch off vending machine. So I'll just put $10 in there. Got a $10 Super Sevens or something like that. Didn't think of it. I go home, I scratch it, and I find seven. I get seven, like a whole row of sevens, and I won $777.
I have a friend that lives not far from here. I used to work with. We don't work together anymore. But he's that guy. He'll post a picture of his scratcher that he just won $500, and it happens frequently. And it's like some people just have that thing and just win. And,
if we if
and I
we
don't
if
play it all the time, but I never win ever.
if we get into gambling, I got some few stories about that. But
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
so I just wanted to start off with like a real world of like experience because I never played. I mean, and in all honesty, that is the last time I've ever bought a scratch off.
Really? Even after
Yeah,
winning like that?
yeah, I never buy them. Like before that, I probably bought one scratch off before. But the only thing I do is my mom every year for Christmas she still puts lottery
Scratchers
tickets
in.
in the little
I,
stockings.
I was
So that's the
just
only time I scratch.
I
That's the
was
only time I
just
scratch.
about to say there's a sales guy at the office that he gives to when he gives out his cards, it always has a lotto scratcher in it. And I think I've won $20 one year, maybe. But yeah, I don't buy them scratchers for sure. I've never won enough to make me want to keep doing it. If I had your luck,
I probably
I'd
should have.
keep going until I lost all my money. Probably.
Well, see, that's the problem though. You got to know when to walk away.
I know that's the problem.
I know if I could go and spend the $777, I probably would never won. So it just, I always find it, especially with gambling, it's always like, I know this sounds going to sound very, very stupid, but obviously it's the right time, the right place, and you just got to have a feeling. Like I was in that Kmart, and I just kept that machine was talking to me, and I was just looking at it, and I said, that machine is wanting my money. Like,
My son has recently, well, he's 20 now, but I think as soon as you're 18, you can buy a lotto. But he's discovered the Powerball. He hears, oh, 200, 200 million. Oh my gosh. And so he
mhm.
has this thing now. He's like, are you going to go buy lotto? I was like, no, I'm not going to go buy lotto. But he's starting to really, especially when the totals are high, he wants to play. But definitely, no, definitely not something I do on a regular basis at all.
Yeah. Okay, all right. Sorry, that was a big
We
tangent.
digress.
Let's get back to the topic. I just thought we should start off with
Yeah,
like a real world thing.
some
But
reference,
but
point
if
of
you
reference.
won, let's say the mega whatever it is,
Sure.
like the huge amount of money.
Like
I'm talking about like
400 million,
two,
like
yeah,
something that
two,
you
three
don't have to
hundred,
think
four hundred
about
million.
money ever. Right.
What would be the
Um,
first thing you would do? So what do you think your reaction would be if you like
I'd
was
probably
watching
have a heart
TV and
attack or something. Like I probably wouldn't live to get the money. I would probably be so overwhelmed with emotion that my out of shape body couldn't handle the shock that I'm receiving. So
so
in that regard, it might not be good for me to win. Um,
wow. See, I
but
think I would have the opposite reaction.
you would just kind of like not believe it and
I
kind
don't I
of.
don't I don't think I would be so shocked that I wouldn't believe it that I don't even know if I would have a reaction. I would be obviously happy, but I don't know if I would freak out. I'd be like,
We don't know till it happens, but if I'm thinking about it, besides dying, what would I want to do with it first? What would my plan be if I knew I was about to get this money? I honestly don't
well, hold on,
know.
hold on.
I,
Pause. Would you go for the option of the one payout,
one payout, 100%.
or would you want to do the
I,
payments over
I
25
wouldn't
years?
think about doing the payment. I would always do the payout.
You get more money.
Yeah, but Richard, let me just tell you, as an
So,
old person,
so for
you could
anyone
be
that's
hit by a
listening,
bus
true,
and
that
be
that's
gone
very true.
tomorrow. I'm gonna enjoy it right now. I'm not gonna
Oh
wait and
no,
let
I'm not. I'm
others.
not telling you that you're wrong. For the people out there that don't know what I'm talking about, is when you win that kind of big payout, you could either get a one lump sum, which then the government will take almost probably over 50%,
Not over, but
or
it's close. It's close.
it's gonna. You
It's
live in
about half.
California, it's
It's
probably
about
gonna be
half.
90.
I
You
mean,
know,
here it's about half, so I
yeah, say
it's
they're gonna take the federal government's gonna take half. California's gonna take 40% of it. You're gonna end up with $10. Um, but the so if you do the one time payment, you could get they take the taxes out to do that. If you do the over the then payments for every month over 25 years, whatever it is, you still have to pay taxes on it, but you actually
correct.
end up with probably like 60 or 65% of it. So you'll gain
It's
like 10 to 15% more if you do it over time. But
and for me, at my age, over time means what? I'm expecting, these payments when I'm 80? No, thank
true,
you.
true.
I want it all right
and,
now, for sure.
and there's something to say is if you can hire a financial manager, you might make that over 10
That
fifteen
was one
percent
of my
more
answers,
in the
honestly, that was
first
one of my
year or
answers,
two.
like, it might be the very first thing I do. Once I come to my senses and realize what's just happened to me, I think before I buy anything big, before I go buy that house, I literally am gonna try to and someone I trust. I don't know who that's gonna be. Can I hire somebody that I know that has an accounting background that's a friend, or I gotta get someone to help me manage it. I think that's one of the first things you have to do. And then the fun stuff happens, right?
But
But if
okay,
I'm being real, before I get stupid, I need to get someone to control me because I would get
well,
stupid pretty quick.
okay, no, that's a very. I mean, I would do the same. But what if okay? So, with all that being said, what would be the first thing you would splurge on then?
House, for sure. I mean, I think that's the easy answer. I think house, and if your parents are still here, if you're lucky enough to have your parents here, I have my mom here. That's it. You take care of your parents, like first and foremost. Probably before I buy myself a house, I make sure my mom has a place and she's good, and then me, the kids, and then the meet. Not everybody. I'm not taking care of the whole damn family, but I am gonna take care of my niece, my certain people that you feel good about helping one and it could really use the help. I definitely take care of my family, like first and foremost, before any trips to Europe. I'm already thinking of trips to Europe because that would be part of it too. I would have a blast for sure, but I would do that stuff. Get financially secure, get someone to babysit me, and then housing for the family. That's number one.
You're much more. You'd be much more financially sound than me. I would hire a financial advisor, but I'll be dead honest with you. Before I'm buying a house, before I'm buying
You're going to
another
Vegas.
car, well, I'm not even going to Vegas. I am going on a 8 month vacation. Like I don't even care about looking for a house. I'm going on to the Caribbean, or I'm touring around the world, and I am going to lay on a beach and get drunk for
That's
4 months.
another subject we can bring up another time. To me, I'm not a beach person. I would be headed to ski resort or even the mountains in the
I'm
summer
doing
is
all of it.
better than
I'm doing all of it.
yeah, for sure. But yeah, as traveling is I want to see everyone. I want to see everything. I want to go everywhere.
That would be the very first thing I would do. I would.
You know what I would skip? The pyramids. I'm not gonna lie. It's too hot. It looks great. I've seen it. I've learned all about it. I don't
Hey
need to see
man,
them up close. I just don't
I
need
hate to
to.
I hate to say this, but if you're that rich, y-
You're
I'll
gonna hire
have a
people to fan
I
you
will
while you
I not even a fan. I'm gonna have a fucking box with AC. I don't care if somebody's gonna be outside cranking it. I'm gonna have.
excuse
I'm
me.
gonna. I'm not gonna be hot. I'm never gonna be
That's a
hot.
good point. That's a good.
I
If
don't
you're
even.
so rich, you don't have to worry about temperature anywhere. Like, then
I
I'm
don't
going
even
to
know if I'm gonna sweat
Dubai. I'm
anymore.
going everywhere. Have you seen that giant building in Dubai?
I'm not even gonna sweat anymore. I'm gonna have someone with a towel pat me down.
I'm gonna have a surgery to adjust my sweat glands.
I'm gonna have something. I'm gonna have someone patting me down at 24/7. Um,
How much
but
money would you put on cosmetic surgery?
oh no, 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 no. I mean, with
Totally
this
joking.
for anyone that hasn't seen my stream, I mean, with this face, I don't need any. But
Oh man.
but I think for me, like what I mentioned earlier, I don't know. I would be such in shock, and I like the stories of the people that win the lottery, and you don't know they win the lottery because when you turn the ticket in, it's going to be a few months before you do that. So once you turn the ticket in, you have your name and everything goes public.
Mm-hmm.
I remember a story. It was like 3 or 4 years ago from California, where a family won the lottery, and they didn't turn the ticket into the like the last week that it was needed to be turned in, because they hired a financial advisor. They had all this stuff set up, and when they turned it in, they literally moved, and everyone in the neighborhood didn't even know.
Smart.
so,
That was freaking
because
smart.
they didn't want people harassing them, because they're obviously the news was outside their house. They had kids,
Yeah,
and
there's a whole other side of this that's not positive. There's horror stories. There's lots of lottery
oh yeah.
winner horror stories.
So I mean, you just hear all these horror stories, so it's kind of I think that is
It's like
what
a
I would
curse.
probably do.
Curse of the
Yeah,
lotto winners.
I think the first thing I would do is I would probably do that. I would probably get a financial advisor, and I probably wouldn't turn the ticket in until everything was already kind of set up. But I know that's all the boring stuff. But
Correct.
I
Let's get
think
to the fun stuff,
for
right?
me, I would travel. I would travel around the world, and I would probably be out of the country for 8 months. Like,
Okay.
I would go
You've
everywhere I've ever wanted to see.
right now today, if that again, once I okay, all the boring stuff's done. Housing is, I guess, boring stuff. Whatever. But I'm a season ticket holder to every damn team that I love. I'm flying to every home Cowboys game, every road game. Are you kidding me? I know
You would fly.
I saw your
You would
look at the
you would
Cowboys.
you would fly to see those
Damn
losses.
straight. And I would have a box. I'd be right next to Jerry Jones. I mean, yeah.
So this is a little off topic, but
Okay.
football games, I find them better to watch on TV than in person.
I agree. I've only been to a preseason game. I've never been to a pro football game except for preseason. Um, but yeah, it's you're looking down. It depends on where you're at. If you're on the, but even on the 50-yard line of field level, it's hard to see
So
the game.
I went to a Falcons game this year,
You were on the
and
field. I
we were on
saw
the
the
field.
pictures. Yeah, I saw the pics.
We were on the field.
I was so jealous. Like,
We were on the
look at
field,
this
and
guy on the freaking field. You and
we were
Allie,
on the
right?
field. Yeah, we were on the field, and it still was crap. Like, it was a
Yeah,
cool
it's hard.
experience,
Yeah, but it's hard
but
to
the game.
watch. I understand. Baseball, I disagree. It's not the same. That's different. That's the opposite with baseball, I believe. Well, unless you love baseball like myself, it's
I think
boring to
basketball is
watch
better in
on
person.
TV. Um,
Basketball, I think, is better in person.
yeah, because you don't get cut away from things that sometimes you
Yeah.
do on TV.
No,
You can stay
football.
with the play.
Yeah, I'll say football is just there's so many breaks that you don't realize when you watch TV because they shove commercials down your throat.
How many games
That
have you
is
been
so.
to football wise though?
Oh,
A lot.
I can't count. I mean,
Oh, okay. So
I
you
usually
sat
go to
up
one or two. Yeah,
you
I
sat
usually
up
go.
high and you've had a
Yeah,
bird's
yeah.
eye view per
I've gone to
se.
at least one or two Falcons games like
Okay.
every year for the last like 10, 12 years.
Yeah, I
Um,
definitely would say that TV is better, but it doesn't matter. I'll rewatch it on TV later. I'm still
yeah,
going
sure.
to the games.
But I know that was just but back to the question though. I agree with you. I think, but I think like for me, like you know, even if anyone that's listening that's a little bit younger and stuff, like
Younger.
when you've worked a lot for a significant amount of time, like I just would want an extended break. I'm not even talking about like, when I go on vacation now, I'm going on vacation for a max a week and a half, 2 weeks. I want to go like where I don't even care. Like I want to get
But
to the point where I don't even care.
that, that leads me to another question and this topic. Work. Would you continue work? Would you just be done? I mean,
No,
not
no,
necessarily doing what you're doing, but would you find something like would you, whether it's start up your own fishing bait shop, whatever the hell it was, would you, if you didn't already have it, would you create yourself
no.
a job
Well,
basically?
I would, but my job. So, this is gonna sound really now like I'm a very good guy now, because I
Don't be
would be
humble or anything.
I would be an investor, and I would want to find people that are really passionate about something and help them financially achieve that. And obviously, I would gain financially too if they
So
succeed.
you want to be a shark?
Yeah, probably most likely yes, because I don't want to work. I don't want to work, but I want to help people achieve, their potential.
I think I'd do that. That's awesome. There's enough Elon Musks out there to find people and give them grants, and now there will be a Richard to do it as well. I'd definitely help my family if they wanted to pursue their dreams and stuff like that. But
See, I don't know
and
about
maybe
I
I'd
don't know about
invest.
that.
I'm not saying I wouldn't, but I definitely would create what, like I said, whether it's a bait shop. I'm not going to do the hard work. Are you kidding me? I'm going to have people hired there, but I'm going to spend my day there just to keep myself busy because eventually I'm going to have traveled everywhere. And there's going to be places I want to return to, but am I going to move there? Um, I'm definitely going to set something up here where I can go to on a obviously, if I want to take a day off, I do whatever the hell I want. But I would definitely have some sort of small business that I could spend my time daily at just to keep me occupied.
I would like my day job, like if I were going to call it a day job, would this is sound really really kind of dumb now. I would want to almost like some of the YouTubers that just give out money, but then they make money on
Oh, like
YouTube.
the Beast or
Is
whatever?
Yeah, that's what I would want to do. Like I would want to like go into a stream and I would just drop $20,000 to a stream.
100,000 subs or something. Oh,
No,
just
because Twitch.
donation.
Yeah, because Twitch takes half of it. I ain't donating Twitch now. What if Amazon has enough money? I don't know why they take half of
Because
people's
they
stuff.
can. And that's why they're as powerful as they are, because they continue to do
Well,
stuff like that.
they Amazon probably doesn't even realize that they own Twitch. So it probably it's such a drop in the bucket. They don't even know they own Twitch. But but it just
I
so
would
that's what
spend
I would want to do.
how I mean, I'd spend so much. I mean, I already spend too much time at Disneyland as it is, but I would be there a lot more often. I just, yeah, I could,
Because obviously
I could live the life.
I'm not gonna blow all my money in the sense of where I'm going to go broke because I would want to do stuff in the and then but you get money in return.
First of all, it's going to be so much money that you're not going to have to worry about going broke, even if you don't invest.
I don't know because I've seen I don't know if you so you can look this up on YouTube. There is a there is a
200
YouTube
million?
there's a YouTube video of like lottery winners that's gone broke and they get like a documentary. And I remember there's a story where this guy in New York, this was like 15, 20 years ago. I think he won over 200 million and he wanted to build a castle or something. And he spent over 100 million on a house.
Yeah, well,
And he
that's
never,
stupid.
well, no. The problem though is he never finished it. And then he got evicted.
That's just stupid, though. I mean, let's be
Well,
honest.
no. But you're saying that you can't go broke. You can go
Oh,
broke.
you definitely can if you're stupid. I mean, don't be stupid. Don't build a castle. Okay,
Well,
I
because
mean,
he didn't realize he had to pay taxes.
$100 million. That's half your money. I'm
No,
not
it's more.
gonna.
No, that's more than that's more. You know, he spent more than he had
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, 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 no,
because
no.
it's New York is like California. They're going to take
Argo.
over half.
That's where the financial advisor comes in.
Well, yeah, that's right. But the documentary on I forgot. I need to look it up because the it was really interesting because they did a tour of the house and it was like gold flooring.
Oh
It
my
was
gosh, King
it was
Midas comes to life.
you need to have Elon Musk money if you want to do that. If you have to be a billionaire, you can't
Yeah,
be you can't
yeah. That's not yeah. Being a millionaire isn't what it used to be, for
no.
sure.
It sounds
Even
crazy,
hundreds of million.
but if like my lifestyle besides the vacation probably wouldn't change if I won 200 million. I would have to win a lot more. Like obviously I'm going to live comfortable, but I'm not going to my day to day is not going to change. I'm probably still going to play video games. I'm
Of
probably but
course, you're gonna
I'm not
play
going to
more
be
video games.
I know I'm not going to be working every day, so I will invest and I will try to live off the return.
Answer me this: whilst on your European vacation, are you going to make sure that you have the ability to lock in and play DVT
No.
every other
No.
day?
I don't think so. Because like
So you're
I
gonna
don't think
skip
so.
video games while you're traveling? You're just gonna totally disregard them?
Yeah, yeah.
No, I wouldn't.
Because in the sense of like
You want to enjoy the traveling.
the reason why I say that is because I want like I would want to do like once in a lifetime thing where I'm not going and sleeping in a hotel for 3 days. Like I want to go see everything.
For sure.
And then if I need to fly, then you just go to the next place and then go somewhere else. I don't want to, I'm going to relax. I'm not going to be stressed out, but I don't want to, I'm not staying in the same hotel for a week.
Well, not for a week, but maybe just the night. Wherever you stay the night, it's like, oh, I'm gonna fall asleep. Well, let me just have a few matches here before I go to bed. That's what I'm
Well, that's
talking
a
about.
possibility. That is a
I
possibility.
mean, if you're rich
But
enough, make it
but I'm
happen.
not true. But I'm not going to bring my own. I'm just going to ask.
Well,
I'm like,
no, of course. I'm not
I need a
saying you have
computer.
to backpack this shit with you. I mean, you're
I got my
rich.
I got my computer strapped to my back. I'm like, man, this is a big mother. I'm streaming because I'm
No, the hotel accommodates you. Whatever you need.
I mean, you never know. I might get a super yacht and be out for like a month because I don't know if you've ever seen the show, but me and Allie are addicted to this Bravo show that's old, but we're catching up. Obviously, it's brand new too. It's called Below Deck. We love it. We're addicted to
Yeah, I know the show. Um, isn't it?
it.
Isn't it like Vanderpump Rules or something like that?
No, I mean I've never seen. So
It's similar.
we've never seen the original Below Deck. We've been watching Below Deck. We started with because we have Peacock and we keep getting ads for Below Deck no Below Deck Down Under
Correct
for
me if I'm
Australia.
wrong. Is Below Deck a reality show about people on a boat?
Yes,
Okay, I know the show you're talking
so
about.
it's the workers on a super yacht.
Yeah, it's a bunch of rich people and stuff.
But if it falls asleep, so like there's a lot of sports. Like Johnny Davis has
Stars.
been on it a few times
Interesting.
with his family, and then other things. It's so interesting to. I don't know. We started watching.
Oh, there's a new season of Below Deck.
D-
Is that what's going on?
yeah, it's Down Under. Well, there's like 4 shows, but we've been watching. We started watching Down Under, which is in Australia. It's the very first season, um, and we love it. So we started watching Below Deck Mediterranean. There's 6 seasons. We've already went through all 6 seasons, probably in 2 weeks. And then now we're starting to watch Below Deck sailing on a big super sailing yacht, and then now we're getting through that. Now we're going back to the original show, and there's like 12 seasons of that. We're like
With
it's out
all
of
that,
control.
does that not make you want to get a yacht?
No, I don't want to buy a yacht. Those things are too expensive, man. Those super yachts that are on the show, they're probably like 70-80 million dollars.
That's too much. I don't want to, my financial advisor would advise against such a thing.
No. You have to live within your means. If you can buy a $80 million yacht,
But you have to
if you're a
rent that shit out.
billionaire, no, if
Or,
you're a billionaire,
yeah. But you could also,
well,
rent
that's
it
what the show
out.
is. They rent
Yeah.
it out, and then there's charters, and so those people though are renting for the weekend, and they always talk about it. It's like $50,000 to $80,000 for the weekend.
There's a house in this neighborhood. I'm looking for a place. There's a house in this neighborhood where I'm at currently. $12,000 a month.
No, I
Twelve
don't think
thousand dollars a month.
you
Yeah.
gotta live within your means.
I was
Well,
like,
anyways,
yeah, we really digressed.
so we're on that tangent, and so I don't even know if I would. I mean, I probably would if Allie want to do it, but I don't even know if I would want to do that for a weekend, man. I would probably, I think the I don't know where I saw it, and now if I tell you the reference and you tell me where you saw it, it's Shaquille O'Neal on NBA on TNT. He had advice for um, athletes. He said he was
Take a
told this.
Carnival
This
cruise. No, I'm joking.
no. This is why Shaq's almost a billionaire. But
Mm-hmm.
he said he got a financial advice when he was still in Orlando before he went to the Lakers, and the financial advisor took $100 bill and said, if you only have $100 bills, cut it in half. The half of that put into mutual funds or investments, and then he tore the other half into half again and said, "This is your spending money, and this is going to be for all your bills." So he said, "Whatever you have, only spend 25% of it, and then you'll never go broke."
That's a pretty wise advice.
So
If you make enough to make that happen.
yes, yeah. So if you make say if you win 400 million and you only get 220, cut that in half, 110. That means you got 55 million you can spend anywhere, and you'll never go broke.
That's a pretty good chunk. Just
And
don't go build a castle or
if
buy
I
a
have
yacht.
55 million, I could live very extremely comfortable. But I mean, I would want to splurge. I mean, I don't. That's what I said. Like all the people that want to say they want to buy cars and stuff, I don't really care about that. I'm fine with my truck.
I don't.
I don't.
Yeah, I mean, same. I want to have, like I said, new houses for sure. But I'm not about to go buy a Benz. I'm
But
not
so the
about to go
question
buy a
is, so
Hummer.
if you had the money and you could pay cash, would you buy a excessively big house, or would you buy something
No,
that is just
all I
comfortable for
need.
you?
Yeah, all I need. I would never have because it's too much. I'm not gonna. I would be scared. Okay, I don't want to be in a big empty house. I'm not gonna have a bunch of people in there. I get scared.
Yeah, but
So
Dallas is not going to throw a Saturday Night Rave.
no. So I would definitely. I thought about that a lot too. I would definitely not build a giant ass house. I would have a 3-4 bedroom house, enough to have guests over if I wanted. But definitely not some big sprawling estate. That's for sure. No, wait,
Yeah.
I take that back. I would have a sprawling estate. I would have a giant yard somewhere, like land for
Oh
sure.
yeah, yeah, land,
But
yes.
the house
But
itself,
I don't.
no, no, I'm not going to build a
Yeah.
mansion.
The problem though is, so other question: would you still want to live in California
Yes.
and float away in a few years?
Yeah, whatever. The only reason I don't like California now and want to move is because it's expensive. It's
True.
ridiculously
But
expensive.
no, if you think about it though, what you can buy in California, if you just move over
I
like
know.
one state,
I know.
it could literally be like 20 times bigger.
If I didn't have two kids here that were college
Hell,
age and needy, I would probably have done it.
oh, but the thing
Um,
about those, if you're that rich, they can take a
yeah.
private jet
Oh
to
yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
for sure. If you're in that situation, but no, it's and that's if you're that rich and you're not caring about the California taxes, that's what it is.
I'm always gonna
Then
care
I'm
about taxes.
definitely gonna stay here because it's just there's no
See,
other place like here weather wise, and it's just
I would want to
beautiful.
move to Texas or Florida
No
because of the taxes.
humidity in both of those places is crazy.
Again, I can have someone follow me around with a portable AC.
Yeah,
I
but
don't care about
I
anybody.
want to walk outside without a servant following me around and
It's
not
not a
sweat
servant.
my ass
It's not a
off at
servant.
nighttime.
Hey, hey,
The
hey!
fact that
It's not a
you
servant.
walk outside at nighttime and you just start sweating how hot it is, that's not acceptable. That's bad.
It's a personal assistant.
Yeah.
First off, and the humidity is not that bad if you don't have to work. Because I can come in and I'll just take a shower and I'll just walk around my house
Yeah,
naked. I
but
don't
you
care.
can you can not be working. You're literally just chilling outside, and it's just like maybe that's me because I'm freaking fat and out of shape. But it's just it's so horrible. Um, yeah,
I,
no, California's weather is perfect. Perfect.
yeah, but you have natural disasters.
Everywhere has natural. I can't even talk.
Uh,
Everywhere has natural disasters.
not as frequent.
Yes,
Or
yeah,
not as
but
frequent.
still, you can still get killed by a tornado. You be having tornadoes. Don't tell me you don't.
I don't have
Um,
tornadoes where I live.
oh please, tornadoes are
Mm.
everywhere. And you probably have earthquakes. Don't even know it. You have unactive fault lines that you just bam like that become active.
So
Be really
we have had an
digressive.
earthquake. And it was, I remember because I was in my office and it started shaking and I was like, what the hell I thought it was a movie. Like, because I've never been in an earthquake. So I was like, and it only lasted 3 seconds, 2 3 seconds. Um, I thought I blinked out and I thought someone slipped something in my drink. I don't know what the hell was going on.
I've been in a few of them, and it doesn't matter. Every time it's like, what the hell's that? And then immediately you're like, oh my god, it's an earthquake, and you just look for a doorway. You stand in the
See,
doorway.
I've never been in. Well, if you count that as being an earthquake, then yes. But I've never been in a tornado drill or
A drill?
like shelter. No, I mean, well, yeah, I'm talking about like an actual tornado, like warning, like you had to bunker down, as
Oh,
they would say.
growing up in Oklahoma, that was a regular
Well,
thing.
that's in Oklahoma. But I'm not. If I won the
True.
lottery, I'm not moving to Oklahoma.
I wouldn't
So,
either. So look the last place you want to go.
but
Sorry,
but
Oklahoma. I love y'all.
I don't. But I've never been in a tornado. I've never directly been in a hurricane. A few years ago, we had Hurricane
Georgia
Irma
has
that hit.
hurricanes, right? You're on
Well,
the
yeah, any
coast.
coast, yeah,
Yeah,
any
yeah.
East Coast, but I've never been directly into a hurricane. That's what I mean. So a hurricane's never been in my town. Like I've never had. I've seen the outskirts of it. So the closest been was 2017, where Hurricane Irma hit Charleston, which is probably about 70, 80 miles away. And so we got a lot of rain and it was windy, but it wasn't like terrible where I live. Um, and so I would. That's the only reason I wouldn't want to move to Florida because I don't want to deal with it. But then again, if you're that rich, you could have two homes. I mean, I would
Remember, the
during
rich
hurricane
factor is
season.
always there.
Hurricane season, I would just leave.
Yeah, you go to the
But no,
mountains.
no. So that's another thing for you too. If you move to Texas during the summer, just go on vacation for 4 months.
Oh, true. Yeah, I get it. And if there was a place, I'm not gonna lie, South Carolina. We were doing this. Where would you want to live anywhere? And I don't know, randomly picked Goose Creek, South Carolina. I don't know why, because it sounds cool. First of
What the
all,
hell's Goose Creek?
it's a beach town. It's not too far from Myrtle Beach, I don't think, but
I
it's
wouldn't want to go near Myrtle Beach.
obviously it's hurricane. Well, that's super touristy and stuff. Goose Creek's getting a little bigger as well. But yeah, I love the area. It's pretty. Those rolling freaking
So
hills
I
and
just googled Goose Creek, South
mm-hmm,
Carolina, and the very first question for Goose Creek, South Carolina says,
is
"Is Goose Creek, South Carolina, a nice place to live?"
the answer is a yes.
It was number 38.
In
Best
the
place.
whole
Ooh,
country,
yes.
I'm telling you, it was
I
just it
kind
was
of. What is that place? Let's see. The best place to live in the United States. Let me look it up.
somewhere in
Well,
Oregon.
no. Should we do world? I'll do the United States.
Yeah, United States.
Wow, Berkeley, California is number one.
Why?
No, let me scroll down. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm a liar. Number one is the Woodlands, Texas.
What? That's near Dallas, yeah.
It's Houston, the Houston area city.
Oh, the
Cambridge,
Woodlands. That's the nice area. Brockhampton
yeah.
raps about it. Mm-hmm.
Um, Ann Arbor.
Michigan?
See this. So these lists are not for like if you're super rich. So,
Oh, correct. Yeah, you're looking at the
they're talking
wrong
about
website.
school. If you're rich, let me put that.
Best place to live for millionaires. It's gonna be California, Palo
Um,
Alto,
Probably.
San Luis Obispo. The
Uh,
central coast of California is perfect. It's not overpopulated like LA or San Francisco. It's if you like wine, plenty of that there, and it's just beautiful.
um, I don't know. See, that's the thing, though. I might want to live in a small town.
Central California, perfect.
Yeah,
Lompoc or freaking Santa
I,
Maria.
I would be nervous about the. I would just be nervous about the weather. I mean, the earthquakes.
Yeah, yeah, I guess.
That's why I wouldn't want to live in the Midwest. I don't want to deal with tornadoes and people having to go in bunkers. And I wonder. I always think of. And I don't know if
Just
this is
no matter
crazy.
where you go, there's something.
I don't want to know if this is right, but do people really have bunkers outside their house like the movie Twister that they have to go down to?
It's cellars. Cellars, yes, correct. But not everybody has cellars.
That's the people that die.
Correct. Like with us, okay, this is a true story. When I was a kid, we were in a tornado. Like a tornado was on our street, like tearing. It was coming. We lived in a duplex, and we didn't have a cellar. Excuse me. And my mom put me and my sister in the bathtub and put a mattress on top of us. No joke. And
That
I was young. I was probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years old.
I don't think that would help you.
But yeah, because think about it, you're in a very heavy thing that's if the house gets whatever, guess what's gonna
The bathtub's gonna
nope,
fly.
nope.
It's gonna.
Bathtub's gonna be it's not one of those plastic bathtubs that just has the vinyl
I
or
got you. I
whatever.
got
It's
you.
a cast iron clawfoot bathtub,
The
that's not
mattress is gonna fly off though.
maybe,
Who's
maybe.
on the
But
mattress? So they're
no,
on the sides.
I'm 8 years old. What do you want from me? I don't remember all these details, but I remember being put in that damn bathtub and the mattress put on top of us. It was very scary, and you could hear it. You
I,
could just hear
I see.
the like
No,
a high pitched weaning or whatever it was. It was very scary.
So to cap that off,
What else would
if
we
we
do if
if
we're
if we
rich?
if we won the lottery, we're not really changing or doing anything.
Not much. Not
Well, I mean, I
much.
go on vacation, but we'll be financially sound and hire an advisor and let them do whatever we need to with the money.
That's right.
And I would want to invest in people. That's what I would want to spend my time in.
Mm,
Maybe
no,
maybe try to get enough money where I can buy Twitter for $42 billion.
I wouldn't want to do that either. I'm not helping anybody. No, just kidding.
um, would you? So if this is a side kind of question, but if you had that much money, would you? I know you obviously you might be charitable and stuff, but would you want to get into something that would actually like push? This is a really far out there question, but like push humanity. Like, would you want to invest it or try to like explore more
Yes,
space or
of course.
more
Well, I don't know.
ocean
I don't know about.
or not you personally, but I mean, like, get involved.
Um. What I don't know about exploring space, but as far as like you mentioned charity, um, I guess.
Would you call it the Dallas Ford
Look,
charity?
if I was worried and thought to myself, man, if we don't solve this world problem, we're all gonna, we're gonna be in hell in a handbasket pretty soon. Yeah, I would
The money,
feel.
if
But,
the
but if
money
I've
wouldn't
only got
matter.
a couple 100 million, you're talking about Elon Musk. Why isn't
That
he
is true.
helping? Okay, that's you guys need to step up to the plate.
Okay,
I'm
maybe
minimalized here.
okay, maybe the lottery is not getting you 50
Yeah, the
or two
lottery's not
hundred
gonna
billion.
allow me to be a humanitarian. Okay, let's be honest.
Well, you could
But
build
if
up
I'm
to it though.
Elon
You could
Musk,
build up.
yeah, of course I want to help
Well,
further
okay, so
humanity.
maybe that's too far out, right? Which question? Because I think that would go back to what mine was, where you could slowly help individuals or kind of um, give out money or something like that, where it's not necessarily life changing,
You'd want to be
but
Tony,
well, I think you need more money for Tony Stark.
but you're talking about the Stark Fund. You remember he just gives everybody a grant
Yeah, I
or
mean,
whatever.
I
You want to
mean,
help the bright young
hey,
minds of the future.
all the money you donate, you might get the tax breaks and get it back. So if you're that rich, you can find ways of not paying taxes.
Now, if you're another question related to this, and this kind of goes into the anonymity of it. If I said that word correctly, probably not. Would you go out of your way, kind of like that story you told about that California family? Would you go out of your way to be low profile, like to not let people know you have money? And then, by the way,
Yes.
if you have a dude fanning you with an air conditioner in Egypt, you're not doing that.
Well, people in Egypt are gonna know who I am. So, um, I yes, I would. No. Let's say it like I would splurge on the vacation. I would take my family and then like just to relax and then to see the world in places that I think I would never be able to see. But I think after that first wave, yes, I wouldn't live in a very big house. I probably would just I don't want neighbors. So I don't want to live in a neighborhood. I want some space and and I wouldn't. But me personally, I don't think I'm going to be walking around with like you would see me and you wouldn't be like, oh my god, like that guy is why is he wearing a $10,000 watch? You know, I mean, I'm like, no, I'll dress the same. I'll probably
Yeah, yeah,
wear my
same. I'm definitely not gonna be flashy, but back up a little bit. Yeah, you want to be alone, but I consider you kind of a social guy. Are you sure
we got the
you
internet.
want to be isolated? I mean, you get enough social interaction, I guess, online. You have your friends you can talk to online and whatnot. But I still, not that I want neighbors either. So it's kind of a catch 22. This is kind of like I don't know how I would work this out, but I like the idea. Like when I walk around here, just walk around the neighborhood. Hey, how's it going? Just no, you don't want none of that. You don't.
No. I want enough space. I'll have a
For
helicopter
those
pad.
just really quick, the people can't see, but as soon as I said that, Arco's shaking his head
No,
vigorously. No, I don't want that at all.
there's too many stories of people. I would have enough space for a helicopter pad. I'll probably have a house where you would have to take a helicopter to. Like
No,
I
no,
don't.
I don't want to ride a helicopter. Kobe Bryant, Kobe Bryant, no helicopters. Okay,
Well,
just saying.
well, but
R.I.P. Close
I
the door forever.
that's what I would want to do. And if I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna be
Now
at home every
maybe
day.
like Batman, and you have you watched it by the way?
I've not.
I did. You
I've
watched
not
it.
seen it.
Well, maybe
Maybe
like some superhero that has to take like tunnels down and get to.
no, 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 nothing crazy. Because I have
Well,
kids. I
not
mean,
too,
they
but
still
you
got
know,
school.
I don't want to have. You said nothing crazy. You're talking about a helicopter. Nothing crazy, but you would have a helicopter.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about for me for business. I got to run a helicopter. I'm not talking about my kids, man. They got to go to school and stuff too. I'm not hiring. I mean, we're not doing private school and stuff. I mean,
Oh,
I
so
got
oh, I
kids.
would definitely do private school. I'm not sending my kids
No,
to public school.
they need no. I ain't sending to any public school. I'm gonna find the best public school in the United States, and
Well,
they're gonna go to
well,
public school.
you can find a good public school, but you know, private school, unless you again, you have to, and you have the money to do so, but you have
Because
to
I
find the right public school because public schools are shit.
yes, because I would want them to have be somewhat like normal life too. I wouldn't
Private
want
schools can
them.
be normal. This sounds be
Yeah,
great.
you know what? You know I'm kind of cheap. I don't want.
Ca-
I don't want to pay. I don't want to pay for.
Catholic
They
school.
it's going to be enough for pay for college and stuff. I don't. That's
Some of the most
they got to.
successful people in business ever went to public school. So yeah, it's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean that's what I want them to go to public school, but we'll, we'll we'll wrap this conversation up. And so what we'll do is for this episode is only going to be the one topic, but moving forward, we won't have these long discussions on topics because ideally we will have guests on. So we'll do, 2 to 3 topics per episode, but we will not have,
We'll try.
necessarily a long format. Yeah, we'll try. If not,
You
it's going to
saw
be a
what happened
2 hour.
today.
It's gonna be a 2 hour podcast, and
Might have
no
been a
one's gonna listen.
two-topic day today, but just things happen.
Yeah. So, but with that, we'll go ahead and wrap up the discussion for today. We hope that you enjoyed it, and if you are interested and you liked it and you want to join us at the table for a future episode, reach out to me, BlameARGO on Twitter, or you can join the Discord. I'll put the link in the descriptions for the Discord, and also we will be posting these podcasts on YouTube. So I'll post the link for that as well for the video. And if you, like I mentioned, if you do like it, please follow us or like us on whatever podcast services you use, whether it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I don't know if anybody listens to iHeart Music anymore.
This guy. I think I brought that up because I have another podcast I listen to that they iHeart is their sponsor. So yeah,
Well, I
sorry,
still,
I'm just old.
I'm sorry for anyone listening on iHeartRadio. I apologize.
iHeart Radio's the bomb.
I didn't even know they still had an app.
They-
So I, well, Dennis, I enjoyed it. I
Yep, thank
think
you.
this will be a
It's
good
been
first
fun.
episode. What we'll do is we'll figure out a schedule and try to post them on a routine place. I think right now we're talking about doing every other week. Maybe if we can get it a good flow, maybe we can do it weekly. But we're not going to promise that. We'll see where it goes. And with that, Dallas, do you have any other parting words?
Nope, just come play the blame game with us. Let us know. We'll be happy to have you here.
All right. Well, with that, I will see you guys later. Have a wonderful week, and I don't even know. We need to figure out a tagline to sign
Yes.
off.
Yeah.
I don't. I'll keep thinking about it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have a good day, and we will see you later. Bye bye.
Peace.